Previously on Lorecasters.
Our intrepid adventurers returned to Thorngage Manor to find Godfrey Thorngage waiting for them. They followed Godfrey down to the basement into a hidden chamber beneath the manor. Inside that hidden chamber was a large, evil mirror that sucked Prue inside, where Prue found out that she is a curse, whatever that means.
Rude.
And as she was nearly overwhelmed by her own myriad reflections, Felix, with the help of his friends, fought his way into the magic mirror to rescue her. They found out that Prue is possessed or haunted by a creature called an oracular. Not feeling ready to face that down quite yet, they decided to head out and continue on with their main mission. Once out in the city of Karstead, they found that they were being followed by a pirate from Cordys' old crew. In an attempt to escape discovery and leave Karstead, both Felix and Prue turned into small animals and hid within the cloak and on the ear of Taytalian and Cordys, respectively. But as they approached the western gate, the guards were beset upon by darklings and a strange elven woman that called herself the Harold of Dusk. As this battle intensified, and it seemed like the Herald might overpower them, Captain Grimtusk, the captain of Cordys' old crew, showed up with a few members and rescued them, holding off the Harold of Dusk, blasting a hole in the gate and allowing our party to escape. A second plot point was used to have the gardener create a carriage for them, with 4 ponies made out of various flowers and vines pulling this fey carriage. And I think it's important to note that the ponies are mostly pink, and they have names. Their names are Chapel, Roan, Midwest, and Princess. As you climb aboard their carriage, we'll pick up where we left off. Before we jump back into the action, we're going to go around the table and do one more round of introductions here as we leave Karstead. I am Jeremy, and I will be your lore master, as well as every character that is not you.
I'm Carter, playing Cordys Frey.
I'm Taylor, and I'm playing Taytalion.
I'm Danny, and I'm playing Felix.
And I am Julia, and I am playing Prue Thorngage.
Yes, Danny.
Oh, I was like, I'm ready to take the reins.
Yes, you did grab the reins, and you whipped those ponies into a frenzy and charged down the western road, heading into the light woods that mark the border between Karstead and the land of Carandosh.
Out of curiosity, we leveled up, right, at the end of that whole thing.
Yes, so you are level 4 now as you leave Karstead and head into the greater Valen-Kar.
Some of us took a little bit of damage on that last little fight. Are we long rested or?
You are not. So okay. When you take a level up in the middle of the action, you are going to gain to your current hit points whatever you gained to your maximum.
Okay.
And any new spell slots that you attained, you'll also have access to those spell slots, but any that you expended already are still expended. Any damage you took is still gone.
Okay, cool.
But as you are riding in this carriage, heading on the western road, I will say you have more than enough time for a short rest. So if you guys want to do a short rest, let me know what light activity you'd like to do, and if you'd like to roll any hit die.
Yeah, I have the reins. My light activity is just maintaining control of the ponies. Mm-hmm. I'm also keeping an eye out for where we're going. Also, while I have the reins, the ponies are they like fey ponies?
They are. Yeah, so as described at the end of last episode, they are kind of pink.
Uh-huh.
And they have flowers and vines for manes instead of regular hair.
Cool.
And a kind of thicket of vines for a tail as well.
What I'm going to do then is, while I have the reins, I'm going to use a mage hand to take some of the flowers from their mane, and I'm going to use Find Familiar, my last... what do druids do?
Craft?
Wild shape.
Oh.
I'm going to use my last,
your
wild,
last
shape
wild shape
to turn it into a familiar, as I send, like, this, like... let's do a hawk made out of flowers. Just flies in the air, and I just tell it to keep an eye out for us, and to let me know if anything is around.
Right on. So I'll check that hawk's passive perception at the moment. Once we finish the short rest, then I might give you a dice roll as well, depending on where you guys are at.
Sure.
Taytalian would like to roll.
Yeah, some hit die.
Yeah.
So you have 4 d6 at your disposal to roll. When you roll a hit die, you also regain hit points, not just on the roll, but your constitution modifier on top of that.
Yeah. Yes. My excellent con mod. All right, cool. 10 plus 3. No, plus 1, not 3.
Well, you get your con modifier on each individual die.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool. Then yeah, plus 3. So 13.
And does that bring you back to full, or are you still down a bit?
I'm still down a bit. I might just do that last one. I feel like I should, right?
Yeah, you can. And you, as a wizard, you can use Arcane Recovery as well to recover some spell slots.
Yeah, I want to do... I'll definitely... Okay, that was a 6, so 7, which will bring me to full.
I rolled 3 hit die as well.
Excellent. And how much healing did you receive?
I just did the math. 12.
Does it bring you back up to full health?
No, I'm sure
Okay.
like 1 or 2.
Okay. Do you want to use that 4th hit die or no?
I'm going to hold on to it.
Okay.
Cordys will hold off on his hit die, but he is just gonna kind of like feel around this new fey carriage, like a gift from the gardener herself, and he's just gonna see if he can like try to like talk to her, get like a signal or like something. Usually, like I think she's only shown up to him like maybe once, maybe twice in his life, like in her form. But usually it's just kind of like a breeze over his shoulder that he knows how to listen to, and he's just gonna ask her for some sort of direction. He knows that they're going towards Carandash right now, but he just wants to make sure that he's on the right path, and he's just looking for some reassurance.
Go ahead and give me a religion check, I think.
Okay. Plus 1 to this. That's just gonna be a 9.
No, I mean, you feel her presence here, but you don't necessarily feel any guidance. You don't necessarily feel any weal or woe as far as your path is concerned, but you definitely feel her protection over you and your friends while you're inside this carriage.
Yeah. I just say a silent thank you to the gardener for helping us out of that situation.
Prue, anything you'd like to do on the short rest?
Nap.
You may take a nap.
Yes.
Yes.
I make sure the parasol is like set up so it's blocking the window. And I get really comfy on an entire bench so that Taytalion and Cordys have to sit together.
It's very kind of you. What does the carriage itself look like? Does it look like a normal carriage?
No, it looks like a large gourd.
Okay.
So in
What
fact,
kind of
I
gourd?
think I've decided that it is a butternut squash.
I was hoping you were going to say a
It's a butternut
squash.
Is it
squash.
vertical or is it horizontal?
It's horizontal. Okay.
Ooh, I'm in the bulb.
The long neck has the driver's seat carved out of it, and
That's
then
where
the
I am.
interior of the carriage is on the bulb, and there are 2 windows, one on either side, and there is a door in the back that is like a round hatch, almost like a hobbit hole.
Does it have like curtains?
Yeah, I would say it has curtains of like moss that you can draw to block the light.
Yeah, so I'm going to draw the back curtains and I'm going to like wherever the sun is, put my parasol like
There's
in the
no
window.
window on the back door. It's like a hobbit door. It's just a round door with a knob
alright.
in the center.
Not even a peephole?
So let me get this straight. Prue goes to sleep, and me and Cordys are just supposed to sit there and be quiet.
Yeah.
And so if you wouldn't mind, I would prefer it if you didn't say anything or make noise or move my parasol or draw the curtains. Thank you so much. I'll see you in about 24 hours.
Sure. Do you want the cat?
Yes, please.
I send Calliope over to your lap.
Amazing.
Like I snap my fingers and she's just already a little loaf on your lap.
I'll scratch her.
Wait, you say 24 hours?
Yeah, just a light nap.
Okay, before you go to sleep,
Ooh, I'm almost there.
can me and Cordys not be in here? Can we climb up and hang out with Felix?
Oh, that would be preferable if you could not enter the carriage for the next
All
24
right, I
hours.
open the hobbit door and just yell out, Felix, Is there room up there for me and Cordys? Prue is being perfectly reasonable as per usual.
So
As per
Felix is
usual.
up front, and you're yelling out the back.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I'm yelling out what I can. Didn't you say there was no windows?
I have very good passive perception.
There's no window on the back door, but there is a window and a door on either side of the bulb.
Okay, then I'm doing that.
Yeah.
I'm doing the side door.
Side of the bulb.
Ooh, I'm so sorry. The seat up here is so small. Oh no, I guess you guys are gonna...
But so are you, Felix. I don't understand.
It's like petite for me.
Right. You don't want to do like a lap situation or anything.
Whose lap?
I mean, we want Prue to have her privacy while she sleeps.
Why?
Because she told us to. I don't know. I'm a yapper. I don't want to.
Have you never told her no before?
No.
They're not going to start now.
I'm afraid she's gonna tell her mother.
I'm afraid she's going to stab me with her knives.
Okay, two
I
weird
can
things to
hear
be
all of
afraid of. Interesting.
All while on the road. Just
Yeah.
I'll hang out up top, and then Cordys is just gonna misty step, just like straight from the bench to like the top of the gourd, and he'll just sit up there.
When you look over, there's fully enough space for
Super-
both
Oh,
of
yeah.
you.
There's
enough
more
space,
than
yeah.
enough room.
Yeah.
Yeah, next to me. Like, you can sit next to me if you want.
Crap. Felix.
You take the front. I'll take
Geralt's gone. Oh, I hear him. Geralt, where'd you go, Geralt?
I'm up top.
Oh, so there is room.
I'm on the roof.
Crickets?
Okay.
We're making an awful lot of noise.
I'm just gonna, as soon as Geralt says he's on the roof and Taytalion does not feel confident enough to climb his own ass up there, he's just gonna very gingerly shut the door and the window and then just sit on the far bench and try to be as quiet as possible.
Give me a stealth check.
Fuck you.
I think
your
I'm still
fake carriage
concentrating
you
on
rode
Pass
in
Without a
on.
Trace.
Actually, that's true.
I didn't
You never
change my
broke,
concentration.
Pass without a trace. So that would mean that the inside of the carriage is quite dark from the increased shadows of Pass without a trace, and you get a plus 10 to this roll, Taytalian.
I get a plus 10?
Plus 10 for
Cool,
Pass
so
without a trace.
14.
14.
What are you rolling over there?
You're now.
Yeah, what's your passive perception?
Wait, passive perception's 12. I rolled 16.
So
though.
you're good.
She's napping. I'm
So if
yapping.
you're trying to hear Taytalian, you can. But once you actually just relax and try to go to sleep, then you are able to fall asleep.
Oh, and she sleeps like the dead. You can actually make noise. Get
Yeah.
it?
Every 25 minutes or so, I know the boys are with the moms, but I am every 20 minutes or so just gonna go rabbit.
Nothing.
All right.
Literally. She looks like a corpse.
So while they're doing that, I'm just looking up to Cordy. I'm like, you can come sit next to me. I was just making a joke.
Okay, sure. And then I just misty step. Little bamf next to you.
Can you Misty Step at will?
I can do it 4 times a day. 4 times per long rest.
So,
Okay,
yes.
you just used 2 of them.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay. just making sure.
I haven't used a bunch yet, so he's getting his steps in.
His Misty
Misty
Steps?
So funny until you need them to not die.
We're on the road. What could possibly
You
happen?
get hit points.
Ooh.
You have 8 temp HP.
Stunning. Incredible. Breathtaking.
And then when I bamfed away, Tally, I'll just say you have 2 temp HP.
And I get nothing?
You're asleep. You're fine.
I can't do the familiar thing until after the short rest, by the way. I
Okay.
used up both of mine.
Got it.
So after I've rested and I feel rejuvenated a bit, I'll do that.
So I'll say, the short rest expires. We'll say Prue's still asleep, but you can now cast that Find Familiar
Yeah.
and create the hawk. Go ahead and give me a perception check for the hawk as it flies up above and kind of surveils the surrounding area.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to hand Cordys the reins.
You're going to warg into it?
Yeah. I'm like, just take these for a second.
Yeah.
You did okay.
I've got the great track record with these
Yeah.
things.
You did okay. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Okay.
I'll be right back. And you just see my eyes just go blank as they go up into this kind of floral hawk. So I can take a look around.
Welcome
I'm going
to
to
the
guide
stage.
myself as well.
Floral hawk.
Is guidance a touch spell?
Yes.
Then you can cast it through your familiar, so
I
you can
can.
cast it on yourself.
That's going to be a 19.
With a 19, you see that the wooded area that kind of stretches out before you does thin as the western road starts curving and heading north into the plains of Dashi. But the notable thing that you see is within these woods, there's obvious pockets of Fey activity. You even see a few trees sprouting up that are essentially like giant flowers or have purple leaves, things that you'd normally expect to see in the Sealy undergrowth. It's very strange to see those types of things out here, but you can pick out small pockets of them spread across this wooded area.
I'm just gonna kind of like loop my arm into or like through Cordys's, just so that way I have like a physical anchor while I'm looking up, and so I can still speak, but I can't hear. I'm gonna come back into me then,
Okay.
and just let my hawk
And the
fly
hawk
around.
can just kind of
Yep,
rotate
patrolling.
above the carriage.
Hey, Cordy. Turns out we're not the only Fae out here.
What do you mean we? I mean, I guess you. So yeah.
We
Well, we don't know yet. I don't know. I'm still processing things.
I know.
Denial.
I know. It's okay.
But yeah, who else is here?
Oh, there's trees with purple leaves, giant flowers, just flying around out there.
So like you think that you think that they are nearby?
I mean,
Is this like an extension of the undergrowth, or?
no, I think it's just more things that have been released out into the forest where no one is, so why isn't anyone going to take care of it? You know that whole thing, if you hear a Fae fall in the forest, does it really make a sound?
Sure. Yeah.
I do. I make a lot of sound.
well, don't wake up Prue. She's sleeping.
Oh, she'll be fine. She sleeps like the dead. I've literally played drums right next to her ear.
Good to know.
Yeah. Are you okay?
I send a silent message to Calliope to like kind of make biscuits a little bit, and her claws come out.
Still fully asleep.
Yeah. I do feel a little bit bad for I don't know, those people were chasing me, and I got you all involved in it. I'm sorry. Taytalian got hurt. You got hurt. Everybody. I'm sorry.
Oh, you have nothing to apologize for.
I just really wish I knew what they wanted. The Harold of Dusk. What the fuck is that even about? And then my captain, my captain. There was like a price on my head. There was like a bounty. But then this lady wants me for a different reason. I don't know.
Yeah. What's it like to be so wanted by so many people?
It's the first time in my life it's happened. So,
Oh, that's
since of course Mom passed. But,
that's fair.
I'm sorry to drag you away from home so abruptly. I know we were planning on leaving anyway, but I wish you had a little bit more time to say goodbye to your
Oh, I
moms.
would have loved to have said goodbye to my parents.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
But you know, c'est la vie or whatever they say.
Well, you left them a message, so I'm sure they'll get it.
I mean, I left them a little. It's a message. I can send something tomorrow. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah.
It'll be fine. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
We have each other.
I just don't want to be an inconvenience. I hate to upend our lives so much. You know?
Prue had to leave eventually, right?
Yeah.
She's been in town for too long.
It's good. It's good for her to get out.
It's good for her to get out. It's so exciting.
Good for Taytalian too. You know.
Oh, true,
A
little
field
baby.
trip already after the first day of school. I
Yeah.
mean, that's pretty great.
Yeah.
Never even got to check out your dorm room.
I know. Pulling him from school so quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, they grow
Sorry,
up
we're
so
his
fast.
parents. We'll just leave a note.
Oh, true. We're his parents now. I'll take those reins back. You're steering too left.
Yeah, we're like.
Yeah, I'm like, stop.
On the side
Stop.
Of the
It's not
freeway.
that. Can I teach you?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna teach him
I
how
have
to.
to charge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, my milkshake.
Wow.
I'm
You
gonna.
just dated yourself.
I'm gonna teach him how to.
Yes, I'm over 30.
Ew.
Ew. I'm gonna.
You're both 30.
That's just gross, Jeremy.
Yeah. How dare you age naturally? Oh. Yeah, Felix is gonna show Cordys how to properly take the reins.
I've only ever done a big ship before, so
Oh,
carriage should be nothing.
Yeah, I've never been on a ship, so
I think you would like it. The fresh open air.
it's too far
the
away
freedom.
from land.
It's the abrasive, salty air.
That's true. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do miss
The wind rash.
the soil.
I get too deep in water, I start feeling weird.
Wind rash.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, I know.
I like.
I was just reminded of
I,
it.
I just. I tap my thorns again. I'm like, I just think I have a natural connection to the earth, and the farther away I am from it, the weirder I feel.
That's true.
Yeah.
I have a connection to the wind, and there's just like a more of a pronounced breeze running through his hair at this point. Like he doesn't have any disguise up right now. He's just like blue-skinned, white-haired Cordys, just kind of enjoying being himself in this moment. But here you go. Yes, I'll hand it back to you.
No, you do it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like Ghost, just sneak around behind you and just like move your arms in a way so that way you can.
Since you're small, you're like spread like full
Yes.
wingspan,
Yes.
like grabbing his elbows.
Yes, and I'm teaching him how to take the reins of a carriage.
How far until we get to Carandosh?
How far until we get to Carandosh?
Give me a survival check.
I will guide myself.
Because I don't think you've ever been out this way, but you have a general idea, like you've lived in Karstead for your whole life, and your parents have traveled, you've seen their maps, you have a general idea.
Did that not go well?
Can your familiar give you the help action?
Yeah, could my familiar have given me the help action?
No.
Excellent.
Is your familiar
Stunning. It's
cartographer?
breathtaking.
Air orbiting around the...
With a natural 1, wow. That is going to be a total of 11.
So, how about you tell Cordys how long you think it is till you get to Carandosh?
I mean, honestly, looking at it, you see him do, like, he licks his finger to feel the breeze, and then he's like, yep, windy.
Yep. Measure of distance, obviously.
Yeah.
not direction.
Hypotenuse
Yeah.
times the Earth. I think it could be anywhere from literally now to the future, but we'll get there.
Yeah, vague. I love it.
Yeah.
Literally now to the future.
I'm better with distances on the water, not so much land.
Time isn't real.
Yeah.
This is devolving so quickly.
Time isn't
into,
real.
Philosophical.
That's what a nat 1 gets you.
That's what a nat 1 gets you,
Yeah.
baby. You said
but
make it
we're-
up, and so I did.
Yeah, we're up there. We're chilling.
We're just vibing.
We're ghosting these rains.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what roads to follow, but yeah, you have no idea how long it's going to take you.
No, I've never been, so
You
I don't
also
know.
have never been to Dothtar, and you don't really, like, with that role, you can't conceptualize in your mind how deep into Carandosh Dothtar is.
Yeah.
And that's the city you're going to. You no idea.
The only time I've ever really left home was going to the Sealy Undergrowth, so that and Karstead are kind of it. Kind of like Prue. I don't really leave a lot.
Well, depending on where you are in the undergrowth, I know distance kind of gets fucky. You know.
Exactly,
Yeah.
which is understandable for why I'm not very good at finding my way around places that aren't there.
Yeah.
Time and space don't exist
Well,
there.
hey,
I mean, they do exist,
We're
but
on the
like
road.
everywhere.
We're on the road, and it goes somewhere.
Exactly.
You hear
Exactly.
like just a thump on the carriage. Like, shut up.
Prue?
Well, hold on. If Prue's coming back to life, we're gonna have to go back in time a little bit here, because for the last at least 45 minutes, me and Bimble have been creating what were the sugar berries, or what were her little berries called?
Oh, yeah. I think they were called sugar berries.
Yeah, we were creating those and tossing them at Calliope, who's on Prue's chest, and trying to hit Calliope, and every now and then she sees them and swats them away. And the game is you get a point if Calliope swaps one. But yeah, you wake up and you're just covered in sugar berries.
Do I want to know?
They're delicious. You should try one.
I can't eat food.
Oh, you can eat these.
They're magical.
Yeah, I made them.
Let me put it to you this way. They're not gravy.
No,
Made him out
they're
of wood.
berry.
You hear her stomach gurgle.
We should make sugar berry jam with all those.
Ooh, that would be fun. All right. Let's,
Wait.
Yeah, you
Jam?
could spread it on things.
all right.
Like toast, wounds.
Two completely different things.
no, I get where you're going for
I
there,
make
Bimble.
toast and I make wounds. No, they're pretty similar.
I'd start gathering up as many sugar berries as I can and just... Sorry, Prue.
Can
I
eat
once
them?
packed a whole trunkle hole with sugar berries.
What?
A trunkle hole. It's a hole of a trunkle.
A creature?
No.
What's a trunkle?
Well, I guess it's alive.
What?
Don't worry about it. You'll meet one later.
No.
Why?
No, hold
Why
on.
did you say that?
I think we need to talk about this one here, Bimble.
What?
Why
While
will we-
you're with our group, you are not allowed to fill the holes of any living creature with berries
Without consent.
without consent.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
That was easy. Why was that so easy?
Oh, it just makes sense. I don't really just go around filling holes of living creatures with sugar berries. Just a trunkle.
Why did you say we'll meet one later?
Oh, well, I know a few trunkles. So if you stick with me, you'll meet some trunkles.
Where are Trunkles?
The Feywild.
Oh, yeah. See, we're fine. We're never going to the Feywild.
We're going to unpack all of this later.
Do you want the sugar berries or not?
Can I actually eat these?
Well, yeah.
Just try
Put them in your
one.
mouth.
Just try one. I've had them. They're delicious.
All right,
Couple berries, pop them in your mouth, chew them up, swallow them. That's how you eat.
I know that. Thank you. All right, fine. I'm gonna eat one.
Okay, you eat a sugar berry. And as you bite into it, it is exceptionally sweet. And it bursts almost into like a syrup.
Gusher.
Yeah, like a gusher. And incredibly sweet. You don't get sick from it. Your stomach does not hurt.
Oh my gosh. Start stuffing my face.
Oh, roll a con save.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Yeah, up to this date, I've only had the one.
15?
So you just start shoveling sugar berries into your mouth. And Bimble goes, oh, that might be too much. You get extremely dizzy from this high dose of concentrated sugar in the form of Fey magic.
It's called MDMA.
Guys, my skin feels amazing.
As long as you don't eat any more sugar berries, you are poisoned for the next 10 minutes. You have disadvantage on all ability checks and attack rolls.
Fucked up.
You did this to yourself.
Your stomach does hurt now because you have eaten a significant amount of sugar berries.
Calliope like bites into one and does like that little cat click gag.
Yes. Worth it.
Well, so here's the good news. We figured out something you can eat, but in moderation.
What is moderation? I've never heard of.
I have
what
never
is-
seen anyone eat that many sugar berries.
That's what that means. It means that. You did too much.
I put more in the trunkle hole, but trunkles don't eat things.
Right. No. I
It's more
actually
of a
have no
suppository
regrets.
situation.
Taytalian.
Huh?
What?
I mean, that's what my nurse used to call it when I had to get my temperature taken. We're going to use the trunkle hole.
Whoa!
Is this not?
You're not a trunkle, you're an elf!
I just assumed it was like a colloquialism of some sort. No?
Was your nurse a Fey?
No.
How the heck she know what a trunkle hole is?
I don't know. She had she just said, maybe she wasn't saying trunkle hole. I was a bit young. Listen, I think we're getting off topic here. Hey,
Yeah.
Bruce, how's your tummy? No. Is you trying to pick the sugar berries out of your teeth over there? That's what I'm seeing. No, we'll wait.
Taytalian.
Yeah,
Shut up.
deal. I high five Bimble.
Taytalian, you're not from here. And
I'm not from here, but outside of friggin' Cordys over here, I'm the most world-traveled person in this
and
area.
Incorrect.
Cordys spent so much time on a ship. You haven't been out of Karstead for 50 years.
But if I'm trying to remember, so if I'm bringing up the map in my head right now, as far as Taytalian goes, isn't Carandosh on the way to Tall Tree?
Yes.
Or it is, right?
So if you're from Talltree,
Yeah, that's where.
then
his-
you would pass through Carandosh, but not necessarily pass through Doftar.
Yeah, but I would at least be aware of where Doftar
Yes.
Doftar is the biggest city.
So give me either a... Well, actually, just give me a history check, I think, is just a safe bet for you. Because you're kind of trying to recall what you know of the area.
You know, according to my backstory, I have totally been outside of Karstead, so you would read my backstory.
Right, but not for a long time and not over here.
I thought your backstory
You're
was
kind
you
of
were out
like-
on the boat, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, you know.
So you and Cordys out on boats don't know where a landlocked city is because you've never been there.
How do you know?
Got her.
How do I know? Because I told you haven't been there, and I'm the lore master, baby.
Yeah, this is the only time that we do have to consider him God. I got a 17 on that history check.
With a 17, you know the roads you're following will take you to Dothtar. Dothtar is in the northwestern corner of Carandosh. It borders the forest that holds Talltree. It is about 2 days on the road before you reach Dothtar. So on the second day on the road, you will probably be able to spend the night in like a farming town in the plains of Doshi, which is the greater landscape of Carandosh. But
We left.
you will have to camp tonight.
Okay, but we left Karstead relatively. What was it? It was pretty early in the morning, wasn't it?
It
was
was
daytime.
it was about mid-afternoon.
Oh, it was mid-afternoon.
Yeah, by the
okay.
time you left, I think at our time it was about like 2 p.m.
Okay.
So you'll be on the road for some time before the sun goes down. But once the sun does go down, you are going to need to camp on the road or try to ride through the night to save time. That's up to you. But, you know, these are Fey ponies, but they still need to rest as well.
All right, guys. Well, I mean, we got a little bit of time until we get to Dovtar.
How much time?
About a day and a half, 2 days, depending on how the pink horse flies. So we're going to have to probably camp out in the middle of nowhere at some point here. I don't know if we want to like set up tent inside the carriage and just like sleep in a pile, or if we want to make an actual campsite. How do you want to do
Well,
this?
who brought the tent?
We're in a carriage.
Right, no, but who brought like the carts and the...
I mean, we have some basic things, and you guys are woodsy, so we could probably build something.
Oh, this is hell.
What?
This is
Why
it.
is it
We've
hell?
reached it.
We were outfitted from like leaving her place, right?
More or less, you are outfitted for travel, but I'd say like you don't have like full-on camping gear. You might have like some simple bedrolls and rations and things like that, but no, you don't have like a full camp with cots and things like that.
Gotcha.
I would argue that probably with the quickness that you left, you don't even have a
We don't
tent.
have much of anything.
And in
It's just
fact,
what's on our
a
back.
lot of the survival equipment, I think you guys were planning on getting from Felix's mom's,
Yeah.
and you never made it there. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we have what's on our back and this carriage.
All right. Well, I mean,
I've done more with less.
yeah, I've never camped out in a squash before.
Neither have I. How long do you think it'll last?
the squash?
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
giant squash.
Can I do a nature check? I poke my hole. I poke my finger into the gourd.
Poke
I
my
think
hole into my finger.
I think it's like a
Yeah.
cooking check.
Look, I'm just saying, there's nothing funnier than your friend saying something a little bit incorrectly.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What's the nature check?
13.
It's hard to tell. I mean, if this was just a regular squash, it would probably, you know, after you hollow it out, be good for about a week or two before it's like fully just smush. But this is a giant magical squash that has benches inside and windows. So it very well could last forever. You don't notice any immediate like bruising or discoloration from where you poked your finger in.
Yeah.
But the hole stays there.
Okay, so forever or midnight?
Yes.
Like I said, time. Now into the future. Like, it doesn't matter.
Should we set up a camp maybe when the sun starts to go down?
That's a good idea.
I will say, you guys recently were moving quite quickly in a carriage at the beginning of our campaign. So I will say you guys have noticed that because these are ponies, your carriage is not moving as quickly as a carriage pulled by full-sized horses would.
The inseam is different.
So
Oh.
that is part of the thickening of the plot.
Yeah.
No regrets.
It's also, you know, it's good to stay off our feet for a while. But yeah, as soon as the sun goes down, we should probably find somewhere inconspicuous to camp out.
That's a good
your,
idea.
Wait, are your dogs barking?
Oh, not yet. Oh, funny you should mention that. I have a chair to tell you about later.
Ooh, what
Okay.
a fun segue. Excellent.
What a fun
Can I take a look at the path that we're on to
Yes.
see if there has been any recent activity on here? In which direction?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's quite obvious that there has been activity.
Yeah.
This is a well-traveled road that leads west out of the capital of Valen-Kar.
Okay.
There's,
So it's the 5.
there's definitely, it's not like the 5. It's one of the side streets. It's like Vista Way right next to the 78.
This goes west.
Like there's not as
It's the 78.
there's not as
That's what it
many
is.
cars as there are on the highway, but it's a well-traveled road.
Cool. And how long have we been traveling for already?
I would say about an hour. So you're
Okay.
short
And we
rest.
haven't seen anybody come by at all?
Not yet. No.
Cool.
But now you're out onto the main road, and you're sure going to cross paths with.
How are the ponies looking? Do they look like they need a break at all?
Not at the moment. No.
Cool. We're just going to keep going.
I think we should keep traveling till the sun goes down.
As someone who has traveled in carriages and with horses and such many times in the past, how inconspicuous is this squash-drawn carriage by
It's
pink horses?
so-
On a scale of 1 to 10, 0.
Okay,
It is quite
Off the
conspicuous.
Yeah.
scale.
just wanted to
And in fact, after some time, you do pass a regular merchant's wagon, and the merchant and his family are staring at you guys, and they kind of pull off to the side of the road and just watch you pass unless you want to interact with them.
Can I just try and stand on the roof of the squash and juggle? And try to play it off like we're like a traveling troupe in like a weird carriage?
You can give me a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand?
Yes.
Not performance?
No, because juggling requires skill.
I mean, my performance is crap too. I'm just confused by your choice.
Look, if you were telling jokes or singing a song, I'd give you a performance. But you're juggling, my man.
Actually-
that is a dexterous.
My sleight of hand
skill.
is better than my performance.
In that case, you're welcome.
Yeah, and I got a 5.
Oh my god.
You get up there. I don't know. What are you trying to juggle with?
Bits of squash.
You just have some lumps of squash, and you get up on the top, look out at the merchant, and you're like, hey, and you just throw them up in the air, and they go falling on the ground as you go by. You do not catch a single one a second time.
Sorry,
You just throw them up in the air.
sorry everybody, I'm new. You come join us in Carandosh for our wonderful performance of what's the name of our group?
Be on your gourd.
Beyond what?
Be on your gourd.
That's pretty solid. Actually, it's kind of menacing. Beyond your gourd.
Okay. They just get back on their carriage as you pass and leave.
Tully,
Yeah.
you realize you also could have said nothing, right?
Now I knew that was an option.
When is that an option? Really? Though?
Oh,
You could have just
No,
left them alone.
I
Yeah.
understand that was an option, but now Felix. In all the time we've known each other,
uh-huh.
when the fuck have I ever done that?
That's language.
But not
Tully.
Sorry. Fuck.
not only did you not have to say anything, you also didn't have to tell them where we were going.
I just said Carandosh. It's a whole country. Well, state. City? City-state.
And this road goes to many places.
And you think
Territory of
Territory.
telling
fiefdom,
those
if you will.
people where
It's a
we're
fiefdom.
going while we have someone who's currently being looked for.
We're on a road
It's kind of like the Cordys thing. It didn't quite work out for us.
Okay, I get that, but I did not tell them your name. And first of all,
Shockingly
second of all,
enough.
we are on a road that only takes us to Carandosh, so that's unavoidable.
Well, it takes you to. Well, I suppose yes. It takes you to west into Carandosh, greater, and then you're going to need to get on a different road to get to Dolthar.
No matter what, we're going to end up in Carandosh, so I'm
Still,
just-
you don't have to tell people everything.
okay.
A little bit of mystery never did anybody any bad.
I was just trying to be more. I was trying to be useful, and I kind of messed it up. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't mess anything up. You're still a learning, growing boy in the
the-
arts of deception.
Well, there's
Growing boy.
in fairness,
Father of the scribe, baby.
I might have messed something up a little bit.
Have you ever juggled?
No, I motioned to Felix to come up to the roof of the carriage.
I let go of ghosting with Cordys, and I'm like,
You got it.
you're doing so good.
Got it.
How long have you been holding Cordys?
However long he wants me to.
I just realized what ghosting meant.
I didn't
Like,
tell you.
I love it,
Stop,
like the
Felix.
movie Ghost. Again, we're 30, okay?
And I motioned Felix to come up to the top, and when you get up top of the roof,
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way to the top of the roof.
and I point down, and you see the spots where I pulled
Clumps
Squatch
of
out,
squash.
has made a small hole leading into the carriage.
Cordys,
Yes, he's over there.
he is gonna be so disappointed that you did this to his carriage.
I was going to say our carriage, but he really did all the work on that, didn't he?
And I'm just gonna lean down and I'm just gonna druid craft it to kind of make it go back.
Wait, no.
Druid craft it back. Yes, Prue?
Open it back up.
1, you're an idiot. 2, and I put my parasol up and I make it go extend. I pull it down. So now it has a little gap.
Oh, are you calling me an idiot from inside the carriage, too?
Yeah.
Oh, you're wonderful. Boom, done.
Plug the
Resolved.
hole with the parasol.
This isn't my house. And I'm just gonna sit back down. You guys do what parasols do. And I'm just gonna sit back down. Cordys,
Yes.
don't be mad, but they put holes in your roof.
They is a strong term.
They put holes in your roof.
No,
Our-
I fixed the hole.
Our roof.
I mean, we live a dangerous life. I think it's gonna get holes in it anyway.
And here's the thing. I'm a very, easygoing member of this group. I would like to point out, of all of the people's carriage for me to screw with, New Geralt over here would be the one that I would have the right to mess with.
Yeah, I do kind of
Revenge.
owe you a whole kind of driver carriage situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
We
would
did try-
usually support that fully and completely if it wasn't also affecting me potentially.
Why? You're outside already.
Yeah, but then
you might want to sleep inside.
I might want to be inside.
That's right. We fixed it with the parasol.
We did,
Prue
and
killed it.
now it's a vent, and we could move it up a little bit to have some airflow.
Airflow, yeah.
Beautiful.
Honestly, this is genius.
We should actually make some more of these. This might be a thing. We can make money
Ooh,
off of
it's a
this.
moonroof.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Well, I think we should consider. I know it's not really your. Consider more like a sunroof.
No,
But that's
I
more for
think-
like the general population. I know
No,
you have like a
I
specific.
think if we call it a moonroof, people are like, ooh, moon, daytime. Wow.
People don't.
Yep.
Sorry, not. I
Sure,
meant nighttime. I don't know why I said daytime.
Definitely.
I didn't catch that until Danny looked at me.
moon during the day representation.
Okay, but also, famously, you all know how much I love seeing the moon during the daytime.
Oh,
It's
I
like
love
she's
it.
telling me a secret.
Yeah.
Zach, I'm also
You're not
like,
supposed to be out here, you little scamp.
No, she is
Doing.
everywhere she needs to be.
but
When
she's
I say
hiding.
name a woman, I'm talking about the moon.
She's hiding from the other half of the world. I'm like, ooh, we
Ooh,
get you. They
we get you.
don't.
Yes. I love the moon. In case you guys didn't know that.
Well, it sounds like everything I've done was helpful.
Moonroof.
Moonroof.
So, with the gourd carriage having a new moon roof, the rest of your travel until the sun sets is uneventful. You pass another few travelers on the road, and this time I imagine do not attempt a juggling feat for the imaginary troop beyond your gourd.
The first group that passes by, I try, but I am
pulled back.
I am most likely pulled back into the carriage.
Not again!
Beyond Your Gourd, great name.
Oh, great name, great name. Beyond your gourd. But for now, you've been traveling for about 6 hours.
How are the ponies looking?
They look okay. The carriage has definitely slowed down a little bit in the last hour or so as the sun begins to set.
Are we there yet?
As you kind of notice that it's slowing down, you're losing the last of the daylight here. You are still kind of in the wooded area that serves as a border kind of between Karstead and the fiefdom of Carandosh. But the trees are starting to thin. If you push forward too much longer, you're going to be in the more open plains of Dashi. There is tall grass there and things like that, but nothing large enough to cover your carriage.
Yeah, I would prefer to sleep with some cover. I can start looking for places.
Taytalian just points at the squash. There's plenty of cover.
Yes, but to hide the squash.
Oh, okay.
So that way, if people...
So you want to go off the road?
Not too far.
Okay.
But better hidden than out in the open.
Just trying to get like into the tree line so anyone passing in the dark doesn't necessarily just
Correct.
see a giant gourd on the side of the road.
Correct.
Yeah, that makes
This,
sense.
like, wouldn't you go and investigate a giant gourd?
I would definitely
Not if
rob
there
us.
was just an absolute monster on top of it juggling. I'm down to help you find a place.
Yeah.
How can I help?
A survival check to see if I could find.
Exactly.
I'm gonna do that.
And I will allow Taytalian to give you the help action.
Yay!
Yeah,
and I'm
my-
gonna guide myself. As
My
well.
dad used to take me out a bunch as a kid to try to make me a man. So
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh my.
why is it sad?
Well, because it just feels like
Wait, why is that? Is it bad?
forced masculinity.
Uh-huh.
Like just letting you be. Like my parents just let me be. I was never like, I'm gonna make you a man. No, they were just like, you exist as you are.
So all those times he made me chop down those trees, like it was like that wasn't healthy.
No.
I mean, I
mean-
physically sure.
I mean, that's
He
really
probably wants to instill you with a sense of independence and responsibility. Man is probably just the wrong way to put it.
Ah, yes. Independence, responsibility coming from a man who has how many servants, Taytalian?
7.5.
Half.
Nope. We're not quite. Nope.
Is the half the frogs right now?
I don't have the mental capacity to talk about half right now.
18 on my survival.
That is a very good survival check. You, while discussing the toxic masculinity inflicted upon a young Taytalian, you discover a small path through the trees and a spot. It's not quite a full clearing, but there is a space within this glade that you can pull the gourd carriage into. It will fit nicely. You'll have room for a little camp, and it won't be easily spotted but from the road.
Cool.
If you are outside the carriage and you set a fire, that fire may be spotted from the road, but there's enough tree cover that it wouldn't illuminate necessarily the nature of the carriage or how many people there were.
Sure. I'll take the reins back from Cordy, and I'll guide us through the woods.
Give me an animal handling check. You can make it with advantage because these are fey creatures, but you are trying to kind of guide them through a space that's pretty tight here.
I'm also going to guide myself. Natural 20, baby.
Woo!
So 20, 30.
Yeah, this is easy for you. You feel very connected to Chapel, Roan, Midwest, and Princess.
Yeah.
But Midwest is mine.
I'm going to guide us in, and then once I've found a spot to, like, park the cart, I'll park it, and then I'm going to make my way back out to the road, and using, like, druidcraft and elementalism, hide all of our tracks.
Going back how far?
How far into the forest did we go? Or to the tree line did we go?
I'd say you're about 150 feet off of the road. If you went, all
I
the way
would have
back
done
to the back.
as we're getting off the road, cast pass without a trace, so we don't leave any tracks.
Okay, excellent. And that way you don't have to necessarily just go covering like spots of tracks.
Yeah.
It just looks like you didn't turn
Correct.
off the road. The tracks kind of end on the main road, but there's overlaying tracks on the main road. No one's going to be looking too closely unless they were following your carriage in the first place.
Correct.
As far as you know, that's not happening.
Yeah, I'll find us a spot. We're home.
How far off the road did we get?
150 feet.
Okay.
Uh,
I like it. This was a good choice.
thank you.
Nailed
Nestled
it.
in some trees and surrounded by shrubbery. Some of the tall grass from the plains of Dashi has started to kind of grow in as the landscapes overlap. It's nothing like a clean break between them. They kind of start growing together. The trees get thinner, the grass becomes more abundant, but there is tall grass here that you kind of nestled into as well.
I don't know how it works overnight with carriages because I don't know how to drive a carriage in real life. But whatever you
What?
do for the horses to make them comfy overnight, I do that.
Yeah, so you would probably unhitch them from
Sure.
the carriage and then tie them up either to branches or
Yeah, I just want them to be
stump or
cozy.
whatever. Get them all lined up and give them something to eat probably.
Yeah.
Get some water. Drew craft some carrots for him.
I will say it is nighttime and you haven't fully crossed into the plains, but the grass that does grow kind of into this glade, signifying the transition of the landscapes, it's switchgrass, and it's very, very tall. Most of it, as you head deeper into the plains, is actually taller than Felix or Prue. And the blades are red. They have a red tint. They're not like crimson or like a deep red, but they have this kind of reddish tint with the sides being almost like a light beige color, almost like you'd expect a dried leaf or bark to look, but that's the color of the blades of switchgrass. And so that's kind of melding with the natural green around you of the wooded glade. It almost looks fey, but it is completely natural to this plane.
I'm gonna, you said 100 something feet out, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna, once we get comfortable, I'm gonna toss my little drift globe up in the air and just make it cast light, which only goes out to like 60 feet or so.
Yeah, 30
So we
feet of
have
bright light, 30 feet of
yeah.
dim. Yeah,
Gives us
and
a
it's
little
kind of
bit of-
hidden in the trees. Yep.
Yeah. Cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Prue, check this out. And Cordys is going to go into his cloak and pull out like this like little kind of like square napkin doily thing. And he's going to toss it into the air and he's going to say like, oh, been a long day, hasn't it? And as he does, it like twirls in the air and it becomes a beautiful like oak rocking chair.
Yes.
This is session 0 stuff, baby.
Oh, yeah.
That is the coolest spell I've ever seen.
I've never made a chair from nothing before.
Yeah, it was my mom's.
Prue, try it out.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah.
It's a great rocking chair.
Is that a rocking chair in your pants, or are you just happy to see me?
Hey, why can't it be both?
That was amazing.
Please try it out if you'd like. It's the most comfortable rocking chair you'll ever sleep in, and it creaks, but not in like an annoying way, in like a comforting way.
I do that. I sit in the rocking chair.
Yeah. It's, even though there's like no cushions on it, it's surprisingly comfortable and it's almost warm to sit in. And it does have a slight creak as you rock back and forth, and it is not annoying.
Do I hear crickets all of a sudden? And I smell pie? Who's making pie?
Yeah, it's just kind of gives you a feeling of home, you know? It was harder to use it on the ship and where we were, but, sometimes when I need a little bit of home, I bring this out.
This is beautiful. This is amazing.
Yeah, but the dogs are barking thing, there's a certain kind of phrase you use, and it makes your rests be a little bit more helpful, or a little bit shorter, actually.
Wow. Magic is bizarre.
Yeah, magic is
so strange.
What kind of
But
pie
if
do you
you'd
smell?
like, it's I knock out in
Boysenberry.
there quite often.
Can you just do the one?
One
One
boy in
pie?
this berry, or what?
No.
Tell me there's boys in these berries?
Boys where?
Taytalian's
In the
not.
berry.
Taytalian's not sure how to respond and just walks away on that one.
Bimble's just holding a sugar berry. There's a boy in here?
If you look hard enough and you believe it within your heart, there can be a boy in your berry.
I believe in berry boys.
I do believe in berry boys. I
do.
do. I do.
The name of the episode is Berry Boys.
Berry boys. I want to take the tack off of the horses and brush them down. Make sure they're properly watered. I actually know how to take care of horses.
Fantastic.
The water the flowers, too.
Give me an animal handling check.
And Prue definitely had horses in the manor.
And
I will give you advantage.
I was going to
gonna
offer to help.
I was going to say Taytalian
I'll
also
just give her
has
advantage.
horses.
Definitely would have done this with her.
Yeah.
I'll guide you.
You can do it with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make my own roll then. And I'll guide myself.
Do I not get advantage then?
You
It's
do
an
get
advantage.
advantage on your own. You don't need him to help you.
You're already getting the advantage because you're so good at it.
I got
Because you're a horse girl.
No.
Hey, if you want advantage, you're a horse girl. Sorry to break it to you.
Sorry
Hey.
to break it to you. That's the cost of advantage. You're a horse girl.
where's my...
Nothing against our horse girl listeners.
You can say nay. You just let us know.
Next session, I'm bringing a bag of Beanie Babies, and I'm going to pelt them at you.
Guys, that's
Western
the
or
nicest
Eastern
thing that Julia's
equestrian.
ever said to me.
I got a...
Last time it was a bag of hammers.
I got a 17 on my animal handling.
Yes.
I didn't. I got an 8.
Damn.
So, unfortunately, while you know how to take care of
Totally do.
horses, you were sleeping and have not interacted with or built any kind of bond with Chapel, Roan, Midwest, or Princess yet. So,
Julia's devastated.
they're a little bit like, okay, who are you? But then Felix shows up and they relax, and you're allowed to help Felix brush them down.
Oh my god. This is a nightmare. This is an actual nightmare.
It's
a
okay. You have plenty of time to build your relationship with these ponies.
I can join the Pink Pony Club?
Yes, you can.
Card carrying member.
But next
Wow,
time,
you don't want to be a
just-
horse girl, but you
don't
want to
just
join the
sleep.
Pink Pony Club?
Who among us doesn't?
I'll take first watch. Let you get your full 4 hours.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay, so it'll be Felix and then Taytalian and Cordys and... Excellent. I'll see you all in the morning.
Well, I mean, if
Prue,
we,
you can stay up with me if you'd like.
No.
It's
I'd
easier
like
to break up 8 hours into 4 segments rather than 3.
yeah, I mean, I only need the 4 hours, so if 2 want to keep watching, then I can just handle the rest at the end.
Yeah, I'd really like if you kept watch with me.
Fine, I will.
Thank you.
I doze off in the chair with Calliope in my lap and just knock out.
All right. So, Taytalian, you go into your meditation. Cordys.
Next to the
You
rocking
pass out.
chair. I'm hoping that when Cordys goes on, his thing, I can at least get 2 hours in the rocking chair.
Yeah, fantastic. Good plan.
We'll have a little sign-up sheet.
Yeah.
It's my turn for the rocking chair.
And it kind of just always rocks for you. You don't need to rock it.
Yeah.
It just kind of rocks
Yeah.
for you.
No physical effort necessary for the rocking.
Amazing.
So
Now,
Felix
the
and
drift
Prue-
globe does not require attunement.
It does not. No.
So can I hand that off to them?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm going to bring it down a little bit lower.
Is there a command word associated with it?
Oh, no.
Ooh.
I'm going to fight you.
So, Taytalian, I
hate it
imagine
here.
that.
I hate it here.
I imagine we're going to do a flashback real quick. So I imagine that your professor it was the Vidalkin at the Hall of Scribes that gave this to you, right? So your professor handed you the drift globe, and then he's explaining to you how it works, and he's like, so it creates light. It'll float on its own. It's just a handy thing for when you're doing research late or you're delving into ancient ruins and the like. But in order to use it, you'll have to sync it up with a command word of your choice. No pressure, but toss it in the air, say a command word, and it will sync to that command word. And Taytalian, you toss it up in the air, and your mind goes blank. And you're worried it's going to fall and crash on the ground, and you just go, ooh!
No, you did it wrong. It's ooh.
And it locks that in and starts floating, and the light shines, and your professor goes, okay.
I do explain that situation to Felix and Prue when I give them drift globe and apologize.
I'll say the last thing your professor said is, you know what? First day of class, I'll teach you how to reset that. And then you just never went back to school.
It's fine. I have dark vision. I would rather die than say that out loud.
No, it's fine. Ooh woo.
Did it work?
Uwu does not work.
More passion.
More passion.
More fire.
More fire.
Feel it in your belly button.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Where else do you
I
feel
look
it?
at you, and I'm gonna do a disguise self, so I look like gnomish you. Okay.
Italian.
Yeah, I look like chibi Taytalian.
Long blonde.
It's too long. A little shorter.
This is a sonic nightmare.
Ooh.
It does work. And the globe starts floating and casts its light again.
Wow, that was really easy. Prue, give it a try.
No.
Some
For
of
me?
us are trying to sleep.
Ooh,
That's
sorry.
why I turned it off.
Oh, in that case, ooh.
The only time she'll do it is out of spite.
Yes. Does it work?
Calliope pipes up.
Yes, it works.
It's cute when the cat does it.
That's fine. We'll just go to sleep, Tali.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go to trance.
Yeah.
So you turned the drift globe off?
I just bring it down lower. Like he said it was floating before, right?
Yeah, it floats around you, so you can kind of put
yeah.
it wherever you want. You can make it cast light or daylight. Please don't do the daylight thing.
No, I would never.
Might hurt Prue.
It would.
Oh.
Emotionally,
Yeah.
not physically. Taytalian, are you excited to have your first sleep without traps or ghosts or demons? Capital T, capital D.
It's a weird thing to say, I'm kind of worried that I won't be able to sleep properly.
I knew it. I knew it.
Without
You
the
loved it.
fear.
Without just the undercurrent of fear running through me.
I knew it. You thrived in the manor.
I was not by choice, but man, did it work out.
It's
Wow.
sink or swim.
While they're talking and he's distracted, I'm just going to sneak up right behind him, just go, boo!
Scared our sound person.
Taytalian immediately like jumps in the air and then just goes,
Now go to sleep.
thanks, Felix.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate that. And I just go and sit next to the rocking chair and try to go into a trance.
Fantastic. The two of you go to sleep. Two of you stay up for your watch.
I bet I can watch better than you can.
Obviously not. I'm sorry. I'm older and wiser and have better eyes.
Oh, well, I guess prove me wrong.
Give me contested perception checks.
I knew she was going
Prove
to try
me
to
wrong.
sleep, so I made it a competition.
Damn you.
I'm guiding myself.
Rude. Oh, fuck.
11.
6.
Yay!
Oh.
Nuts. These dice are going in dice jail.
Felix, you are much more observant than Prue.
Okay.
Correct.
Let's not be hasty.
Prue was just so angry that it clouded her vision. She's
That
like,
doesn't-
I'm better. I'm the best looker outer.
Damn right.
But turns out Felix is actually better than you this time.
Not only am I more gooder at looking, I'm more good looking.
Ooh.
I could have put that in an envelope, sealed it, and mailed it to myself, and shown you what it said. Basically, I'm saying that was predictable, and I know you'd say that. Something, copyright. You know, poor man's copyright? You know, you like mail it to yourself.
You're just explaining it more and more, and it's making it more embarrassing for you.
I'm sorry, we're not here to help you. We're sleeping.
You get what I'm saying, right? To the sleeping boys.
They're both asleep. You just a
She-
meow and a stretch from
she gets it.
Calliope.
She gets it. Hey, they can't all be winners. Leave me alone.
Felix,
Shut up, Danny.
Yes.
as the two of you are arguing and you're
Bickering.
bickering, and you're making fun of Prue, you catch something floating deeper in the woods beyond your campsite, bobbing up and down like a lantern. But the light isn't warm like that of a flame. It is a pale white light, almost similar to the light that the drift globe is casting. But this small mote of light is bobbing up and down in the distance, almost like someone walking towards you.
I'm going to put out the drift globe.
Okay.
And I put it out. And immediately hide it. I pull Prue down closer to me. Prue, I think there's someone walking over there. And I point her in that direction.
And especially with the light around you out, you can see it in starker detail. A pale, circular mote of light floating in the darkness of the trees. It almost illuminates a sliver of the trunks of the trees that it passes. But if it is a lantern bobbing, it does not illuminate its bearer. It is, however, getting closer to you.
I'm going to grip the edges of my cloak. I'm going to hover up a bit higher.
Be careful.
I will. You as well.
I'm going to send her with a guidance.
So yeah, I'm going to activate the old... Oh, I'm just going to be a bat. Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. I'm
It's a
just gonna-
classic for a reason.
It really is. I'm like,
It is.
it's like, wow, this feels right. And I'm going to turn into a bat.
Okay, fantastic. And what would you like to do?
I want to go a little bit closer to the figure.
So you kind of flutter up through the trees, make your way closer, and you see a second and a third light beyond it, also bobbing. And when you get close to, you are now sure in your bat form nearer to it, this light is disembodied. No one is carrying a lantern. just a mote of light floating of its own accord through the trees. And you feel this almost beckoning from the presence.
Ooh. Woo.
The light shuts off.
I'm gonna fall. No, I'm not gonna do that. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Prue fights her instincts. I'm gonna.
You know what? As you argue with yourself, why don't you give me a wisdom saving throw and see what?
Can't believe you're about to get anglerfished.
I know.
I'm so hard gonna. I'm so hard gonna. Oh, my dogs hate me so much.
You're so what?
I don't know. I'm so hard gonna get.
You're so hard.
You're so Mariska
get?
Hargitay.
I regret a lot of things that have come out of my mouth tonight.
I
Hard
don't.
Get you will.
Wisdom, you say?
Yes, a wisdom saving throw,
Ooh,
please.
not one of my strong suits.
Are you having a stroke?
I got a 4.
You are mesmerized by these lights, and
I'm just a little bat.
as you near one and become mesmerized by them, they start bobbing with the same cadence, but moving away from the camp. And you are overcome with
It's
an
beautiful.
enthrallment with these beautiful, pale lights.
Wow.
I see her, right?
She's a bat in the woods. So she wasn't hiding from you, but I do need a perception check to see if you're able to track her in the dark woods.
You know when you're like,
You have dark vision?
Yes.
I will give you advantage on the check because she was not stealthing.
you know when you're like, oh, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might be an idiot.
25.
25. Yeah, you've been watching her and you see as she kind of flutters lower to the light and the bat starts flapping and moving steadily after the receding lights.
I'm going to run and grab her. How far away is she?
She's about 30 feet from you, but moving slowly, following the lights. The lights move at a rate of about 15 feet per round at the moment. So you going the speed you would go during an encounter would move twice as fast as that.
As I'm getting a little bit closer, I don't want to get too close to the lights. I'm going to do a combination of a thorn whip and use my telekinetic shove to bring her 15 feet back to me.
Okay, so you do need to make an attack roll with Thorn Whip.
It's against the bat's AC, correct?
Correct.
13.
13 does hit your AC as a bat. I believe it's 10.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah, you hit her with Thorn Whip, and that actually turns you back into Prue.
It does.
Knocks you out of the bat form, because he's gonna do enough damage to exceed your 3 HP as a CR0 bat.
Yeah, I did 10 damage, so 7 of that actually goes to you.
Oof.
Thanks for
And
that.
you yank her back through the air and push her even more with the telekinetic, and she comes crashing down onto the ground right next to you.
And then I just put her head down. I'm like, remember how we always give Talia a hard time for falling for things? Don't do it yourself.
No, that is absolutely on me. They're just so beautiful.
You're prettier. Find a mirror. Let's go.
Too soon. Yeah, I'll find a mirror and add some other trouble into this. But also, thank you, I am pretty.
I forgot about the mirror thing, if I'm being honest.
That's fair.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, we got here in a squash.
Yeah, in a squash. Let's go back. Ignore the lights.
But, like,
Ignore the lights.
but I want to know.
Don't.
Fine. But what if it's something good? Right.
When has
Yep.
a light in the dark forest ever been good?
When it leads to your fate.
Your fate.
Did you get Scottish on the back end there?
You have one chance to change your fate.
If you had the chance to go to sleep, would you?
Would ya?
Would ya?
And I'm just gonna crawl with Prue back, keeping her head low so she doesn't look at these lights.
Just don't tell the boys, please.
You make it back to camp, and After the rest of your watch, you see the lights dissipated. They don't return before it's time to wake up Taytalian.
I'm going to wake up Taytalion.
Okay.
Wasn't technically Cordys next?
Oh, yeah. 2
But then-
hours there, 2 hours with Cordys. Then you take the
Oh, yeah.
rest.
Then I take
'cause
the
your
last
trance
4.
will be
Yeah.
done.
I'll wake up Cordys.
Yeah.
Hey, wake up.
Oh, sure. That's fine.
Hey, just to let you know, there might be some floating lights out there. Don't do what Prue did and follow them. Stick here.
Right
No, you
away.
never follow floating lights.
right
you.
away.
Gosh. Even on the sea, it's actually on the sea, it's worse. That's,
Oh, I'm sure.
Have you ever seen an anglerfish before?
No.
Things
They're
are fucking
tiny.
crazy.
They're huge, too.
No, they're
Big as a ship.
tiny. No, they're... Well, not my ship. Anyways. You didn't miss a
Not
single
all of us
beat.
can have a ship with a mouth, okay?
I
I'm
know.
warning a friend. Prudence.
Why don't you be prudent and go to sleep?
You too. And then I'm going to lay down and open my arm for you to come and spoon.
Yeah, obviously I'm the little spoon.
Yeah.
I snuggle right in there.
Yeah. And we go to sleep.
Good night.
Cordys.
I'm gonna let Calliope. I'm gonna kind of like stay there around the campfire, and Calliope is just gonna do like a little spiral patrol around the camp, and she's gonna do the perception for me.
Perception.
17 for Calliope.
Calliope alerts you in the direction that Felix indicated. You do see floating light.
Be careful around those things, girl. They could be dangerous.
Then another. And another. And these lights move together and create the outline of a person. A humanoid shape. Without features on its face, you still feel like it's watching you back. Holds out a hand, beckons before it breaks apart into separate motes of light again that bob away into the forest.
Okay. Well, that's good that it didn't kill us. Why don't you come back to camp, girl?
Wow.
We should be okay for the rest of the watch.
And indeed, for the rest of your watch, it is uneventful. The lights do not reappear to you. And it is time to wake up Taytalion.
Hey, Tally, wake up.
No, Bob. I won't sit on that shelf. Leave me alone. Oh,
Hey, so wake
oh,
up.
thank God.
So listen, real quick, the lights are people. Have a good watch. And Cordys will go to sleep back in the chair.
Taytalion is immediately confused and highly disappointed that when they woke up Cordys to go on his watch, nobody woke up Taytalion so he could at least sleep in the chair for 2 hours.
Oh.
And gets up
Oh, rude.
and wanders off.
Did 2 hours of trance sitting next to an empty rocking chair.
Yep, completely empty.
Oh,
Believe me, buddy, it's hard as hell to get out of this thing once you're in it.
Uh-huh.
I'm saving you the trouble.
I bet it would be real difficult. Anyway. Ooh.
Do you want...
and you turn on the drift globe.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Don't worry, someday we'll figure out how to change what to change the command word. Perception, you said?
Yes.
Ooh, killing it with this dice tonight.
Must be nice.
Mm-hmm. I got an 8.
Oh.
Despite the cryptic warning of the lights are people, good luck with your watch, you see nothing in the forest. You see nothing moving around. You hear a few birds, an owl hooting, but that's it. Uneventful night in the woods.
I want to spend
Owls keep turning it on and off throughout the night.
yeah. It's really frustrating. I'm gonna go over and try to groom the horses for a little bit, and you have the light completely cutting on and off. It's really annoying.
And the horses are...
Once the owls figure this thing out, this is gonna be like a forest rave.
and I would request that we refer to them as the ponies. Thank you.
Yes.
The ponies.
The
pink
ponies.
Request away. But yeah,
It's nice to want things.
anything else happen over my 4 hours?
I'm telling Chapel. Nothing else happens over your 4 hours, and the sun begins to rise within the last hour of your watch.
All right. Yeah. As soon as we get to the end and the sun comes up, Taytalian knows how to make tea. Do we have tea with us? Would I have that in my belongings?
Yeah, you're a spoiled rich kid. I would say you had some tea with you.
Okay.
Well, spoiled, but also, your parents suck. So there's that.
You don't have to make it better. It was bad. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to make some. What's a good caffeinated tea? Like morning tea.
Black tea.
Black tea?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just black tea.
Well, yeah. What do you think English breakfast tea is? It's just black tea.
So I'll make a black tea for the group. I don't know. Tally does not know how to cook in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do that. But we'll make tea.
I squash a couple of sugar berries into it.
Squash.
You don't just do the one. Just do the one sugar berry. We don't know the number yet to where it gets bad.
It was somewhere around a baker's dozen.
Yeah, it's between 1 and
A greedy
13?
baker.
13.
yeah.
It's actually like 23.
Also, is it called a baker's dozen because the baker gets to like try one for themselves and then it's like
Literally,
a dozen?
yes.
Okay,
That's
what
that
I
is
thought.
why it's called a baker's
That's so
dozen.
cute.
Oh, that's
I think there was
nice.
originally
Yeah.
a different reason, but
No,
we'll talk.
well, okay.
It had something to do with taxes in old Britain, but we'll talk about it later. It was legitimately some dumb thing I learned on the internet, and it was amazing.
Something to
But-
tell you.
Do I need a roll for tea, or do I just know how to make tea?
I am going to ask you to roll.
Roll for tea.
Roll for tea.
All right, what do I roll for
Let's
tea?
see. What skill would you apply to making tea?
It's got to be nature.
It's gotta be survival.
Survival.
Survival. It's got to be survival.
It's
Knowledge
necessary
about
for
plants.
survival.
It's survival.
Survival. Yeah, but
It's like he has the knowledge with nature to know what might make a
Here's
tea if he's foraging, but like survival is like making the tea without it being disgusting or
I don't know why I'm arguing this. I'm better at nature than I am survival, but
survival.
Aim
baby.
for around 195 degrees.
14, which I feel is not bad for my first tea making
No,
in the middle of the
actually,
forest.
It is pretty great tea for making it in the forest.
Any chance I found something that is like similar to a lemon? Like that I find like a kumquat or something?
That is not similar to a lemon.
It's closer than a pine cone.
What about lemon balm?
That is true. You know what?
Isn't that just made from lemons?
I will
it's
say
an herb.
that you are rooting through your bag and you pull out some kind of citrus fruit that your parents had packed that amazingly is still good.
Okay. Some like dried like lemon slices or something.
Yeah.
Just slowly incorporate and let steep in the tea to give a little citrus to it.
Dehydrated a little bit with some sugar on them and you just...
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the forest. Hey, everybody get up.
You're really good at this stuff. You're like a kind of a prodigy at tea. You're a Steepen King.
I can't.
Shut up.
Oh, man.
Hey, everybody. I would
We
like
should post that clip on Threads and tag Stephen King because he will respond.
everybody.
Does Stephen King like tea is the question. though.
I would like to request a new nickname, and I want it to be Stephen King. Can we do that?
Oh, yeah.
We could do that for you, Tally.
Thank you.
I would like to request a new group.
Ooh, we are out here in the middle of the woods, but the lights are people, so if you'd like to ask them.
You could ask the people
Felix,
lights.
you should go join the people lights.
Can I just say I really appreciate you going for a whole new group and not just kicking me out. So thank you.
Yeah. What did I do?
No, you don't count. You're a part of me.
I just reach out and I take her hand.
It's always fun to watch Felix go from offended to just so happy so quickly.
So, you all spend the next 5 minutes telling Taytalion how you feel about the tea that he just brewed, and then it's time to decide what you will do with the day. Most of you, except for Taytalion, saw strange lights in the forest. You can share your experiences with Taytalion and each other, and either investigate said phenomenon or push on towards Doftar.
Yes, so my vote is to figure out what the fuck those lights were, because I am just simply dying of curiosity.
And they really should be more specific. The lights kind of became one person. They all kind of like came together.
Okay, but like remember how we always said, don't open the door because there might be ghosts or something's behind that.
Yeah.
We are always telling you, other people, to be like, hey, don't do this because of X, Y, and Z. Well,
Yes.
this feels very X, Y, and Z.
No, that's entirely fair, except if I don't find out what that was, I will die.
Do you want me to lie to you?
Yeah.
Where around our like camping area were the lights? Were they like in here, or are they just like?
I
out?
point towards the direction.
North.
Yeah, okay. Well,
So they were,
they're
they were
in
like
that direction.
just outside camp. I was a bat, and then they're like, "Come play with me," and I was like, "Yeah, that sounds great."
But now the sun is out, so maybe they won't be able to do that.
Exactly.
I just listen. I understand that, like, yay, crazy things in the woods. Is that like pertinent?
Let's take like a little stroll in that direction to check it out. If we don't find anything, then we can get back on the road.
Ooh! I have an idea.
Yeah.
Let's grab the watch. You two
Yes,
stay
exactly.
back.
This is Faye stuff. I'm gonna grab the watch, and then I get my pack. I don't know. Do I have a pack? A trunk? I don't know.
You do have a pack. I don't
Probably
think you
a
had
pack.
time to drag a trunk through the city.
I tried. I did try.
She really tried to make us do it.
I did. I grab my pack, and then I go, "Okay, follow me," and I just start walking away.
Oh, God.
Have we at this point
Felix!
have we figured out like the
I'm
safe
walking.
distance for the watch? Kind of like if you are Faye, stay back 15 feet or something like that.
I feel like you can kind of like, as you attune to the watch, like calibrate it so that it doesn't react on Felix and Cordys. Like, hey, we know these people are Fae. Like, stop doing that.
Which
It's
is,
magic.
yeah, which is like what, like 15, 20 feet, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Prue, me
I'm
and
already
you-
walking.
Okay, I'm gonna follow her. You guys stay back like 20 feet.
You should really get the move on. She's putzing.
But yeah, I can tell.
It's true.
Fine. Prue, fine. And while
Thank
we're going,
you.
really quickly, in a very quick, maybe even instantaneous action, I'm just going to reach out to like a tree. I'm going to pull some leaves off, and you see them form into like a bird. And I'm just going to whisper some words into it. I'm casting Animal Messenger.
Fantastic.
So that way my moms know we're safe.
Excellent. So you're sending this little leafy sparrow
Yeah.
back to Karstead.
So I'm just going to whisper into it, find my mother at Ghostwood Apothecary. And I'm just going to say, hi, I love you guys. We're safe. We're okay. Prue's making a dumb choice and I have to save her right now. But we'll be fine. I love you. Speak to you soon. Bye. And then I'm going to set it off. And like the wind just catches the leaf as the bird falls apart. And it just becomes leaves in the wind until it gets to my mom's.
Can I hear that?
Excellent.
I'm gonna run.
Can I hear that?
No, you're walking ahead of everyone.
It's a special whisper that I did.
Fine. Oh, a special whisper.
A special whisper.
Special mommy whisper.
I'm gonna run after Prue, and in the process, crack open my spellbook
Yeah.
and cast Detect Magic as a ritual. And because I'm scribes, I can do that instantaneously.
Awesome.
Ritual, God bless it. And I'm gonna cast that and then try to catch up to Prue and with Detect Magic running, which lasts for. Wait, hold on. What
10
is it?
minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah. Okay.
You can see that Prue has a shockingly long stride. It's just a fun fact. That's not like an Easter egg or nothing. It's just kind of like a fun fact. All right.
Just
I just
takes
want.
long steps.
Yeah. I just want to have it.
Bounding almost.
I just want to have it active while we're doing this, and it's interesting choice.
So you follow Prue through the woods, and after a few minutes of travel, you kind of break through right on the edge of the wooded area where it starts to head into the tall grass of the plains, just within the tree line. You find a set of ruins, mildly overgrown, and your Detect Magic does catch a faint air of necromancy about the place. You see a campsite that appears long abandoned. Some bedrolls there that have been chewed on and picked apart by vermin. The cold, ashy remnants of a campfire. And in front of a door that leads downward underground. The door is open and there is a skeleton collapsed on the ground in front, with a huge piercing through the center of its skull and several broken ribs. You see the open door has these large copper spikes sticking out. But some member of this party at least made it past the door and into the ruins.
Felix, I feel like we're just calling you your name out in the woods, right?
There's no people. It's Cordys right now.
Felix, Cordys, stay back for just a minute. Can I grab the watch? I want to check.
Prue's already next to the skeleton.
Can you pull out the watch? What does it look like?
I pull out the watch.
It's normal. The skeleton is not a fey creature.
The skeleton's not a fey creature. What has it got in its pockets?
What pockets is? It's a skeleton.
I loot the skeleton.
There is a breastplate on the skeleton.
Would this fit any of you?
No.
Oh, all right.
I don't know. What kind of breastplate is it?
Let me take a look at it.
Cordys, this looks vaguely...
Keeping
I've
an
been
eye
feeling
on
very
the
stabby lately.
keeping an eye on the watch. I want to see. I tell her as he's getting closer. Keep an eye out on how far it gets until it starts triggering when
I
Cordys
thought we
gets by.
calibrated it to you. The watch ignores
it's
you
about
all.
15 and 20 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that or remember that.
Oh, fair enough.
We just established it.
I listen.
The detect magic, when you say the necromancy, so the skeleton that was destroyed was at the entrance, like leading down, right?
Correct. A doorway that is ajar, and inside of it is a stairway leading down underground.
Am I still like sensing necromancy, like that faint aura, like coming from the area, as I like get towards the entrance where looking at the skeleton?
While you are still outside, yes, you are sensing an air of necromancy while you are outside of the ruins.
I'm gonna take the breastplate off the skeleton gently, respectfully, and then I'm gonna give it to Cordys.
Does anybody have a can of rocks that we can shake? I feel like that's what it sounds like when you take the breastplate off.
This looks roughly boy-shaped. You should try.
Roughly boy shape.
I think I'm boy shaped too. And yeah, I'll see if it fits, and then I'll take the time while they're investigating to strap on this breastplate. I'll like druid craft some like flowers and stuff on it. So there's like a line of like dusk roses across it, and some of my fiendish vigor, will also or fayish vigor, I should say, will kind of cover the breastplate, and it'll be less like it just came off of a dead person. But I'll add that armor on.
That's
Does
nice.
detect magic check any, like, sense anything coming from the breastplate?
No,
Or,
it is non-magical.
just
It's
makes
like-
you look good.
Armored crop top.
It is. Maybe I should. And he'll like take off like the rest of his shirt, and it'll like so his blue abs.
Breastplate and his abs.
Yeah, blue abs. He's like ropey. He's like thin. He's lithe.
Yes, I think that's the correct choice for anyone who wears armor. Crop top.
Oh, it's boy armor.
Boy armor.
This place is kind of weird.
Taytalian just goes, Cordys, the breastplate looks really good, and turns and looks like towards the staircase leading down.
It leads down into a dark underground building.
Wait, Tolly's just going down there by himself?
No, I'm just
Either-
looking.
You need either dark vision or a source of light to see any detail at the bottom of these stairs.
Technically speaking, I have both. Do you want me to make the noise?
It's canon at this point.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I have dark vision out to, 60 feet? So
Okay. So you are standing in the daylight. You'll need to actually enter the shadow to be able to take advantage of that dark vision, as being in the light makes it harder to look into the dark.
Absolutely not.
Should I? Yeah, no, I'm just going to. I'm going to stealth ahead, so keep up, everybody.
Has this not been investigation enough?
I'll see you later, Felix.
Wait, are we going in the ruins?
I go into the ruins.
But
Yeah. Give me a stealth check.
All right, dice, don't fail me now.
I'm going to click my heels and look at the other two. I was like, well, come on, we can't leave her alone. I'm going to follow behind her.
no, we're gonna
Stealthily.
go with her.
26.
You are hidden from the dust motes and corpses in the darkness.
Good. That way I won't sneeze.
You
So
Good lord.
you reach the bottom of the staircase, and it leads to a corridor, and at the end of the corridor is a gleaming copper door. And carved or embossed onto this door seems to be a dwarven figure with a kind of half circle around his head. Jutting out from the half circle at equidistant intervals are these kind of large, blunt protrusions. Looks almost like a cog. And halfway down the hall, on its knees, is another skeleton. It is bent over, some flesh still clinging to its bones, but its head completely eviscerated, the bone charred, and its thinly veiled fleshy hands clutch something to its chest.
Well, I briefly ponder if I can take an entire door, but then I'm going to go look at the skeleton and see what's in his hands.
As you move his hands forward and pry them open, he is holding a letter, crumpled up, trying to protect it.
Oh, I read it. What's privacy? You're dead.
My dearest Helene,
Oh, great.
the fruits of my labor are finally within my grasp. All of my research has led me to these tired ruins on the edge of the Doshi Plains. The truth within will be laid bare before us. A truth that I believe will even make sleeping giants wake. A truth that will see my name etched in the tablets of history. My fervor for this discovery is only emboldened by my ache to reach journey's end, so that I may see you again. I cannot overstate how your patience and your passion have made all of this possible. We will soar to new heights together, launched by the trebuchet of my discovery. A few more days, and I am yours again. Love always, Barristan.
All right. Well, I feel like a little bad, but I take the letter and I like kind of smooth it out. I'm like, oh, maybe grave robbing is kind of a mean thing to do, but I'm going to keep doing it. So, I first of all, I take my short sword of warning like out of the scabbard. Does it glow?
No.
All right, good to go. And he only has a letter on him.
I mean, you could start rooting through his pockets.
Yeah, I do that.
Seems to be wearing a cloak.
Yeah, I'm gonna root through his pockets. I'm going to save the letter and give it to Helene.
So as you kind
Someday.
of stow the letter and shift around to start searching through this skeleton's pockets, there's a click. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I'm good at that. I don't have evasion yet.
What did you think killed the guy?
Bad vibes. 18.
18 is a success, so you will take half damage.
Nuts.
So you take 4 fire damage as a jet of steam sprays from the ceiling of this corridor, washing over the skeleton and grazing your side, leaving a nasty burn.
At least the paper's no longer wrinkled.
You're not there. I'm gonna put my cloak over the burn so Felix doesn't see, and then say I told you so. And then I'm gonna look at whatever the spout, the hose that just.
Yeah, you do see a tiny ring of copper kind of embedded in and angled in the stone ceiling. That's where the steam sprayed out of.
From behind you, you hear, ooh, and the entire corridor lights up.
Prue. Shit, they're coming.
Prue,
Prue, how's it going?
you okay?
Oh yeah, just be careful. There's a steam spout. I'm gonna go check.
Did
on
it get you?
No, I'm gonna go check on the door.
Felix,
She's like got her cloak huddled around her.
Felix, does her hair usually look that frizzy?
I'll
That
show
is-
you, Frizzy.
17 insight.
Give me a deception, Prue.
Where are
On
you
my
looking?
lap. It's literally on my lap, guys. Dirty 20.
Ooh.
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 You buy it.
Yeah, you don't see the burn, and she's gone pretty quickly. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, good,
Okay.
good, okay.
Her hair's not usually that frizzy. Prue.
My hair's not frizzy.
I know. I'm gonna walk over. He insulted your hair.
Don't worry, I'll get him back later. And I'm
Okay.
gonna like pull Felix away from the spout that I just got with, and towards the door. And I found a fun letter. Here. It's actually very sad, and I feel a little bit guilty about rooting through a corpse's belongings, but again, not guilty enough to stop doing it. He's dead.
Just a lot of confusion and puzzlement on Felix's face as he's processing what she said. But like, he died doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died getting steamed to death. What's the letter say?
My dearest Helene, the fruits of my labor are finally within my grasp. She gets more British. All of my research has led me to these tired ruins on the edge of the Doshi Plains. The truth within will be laid bare before us, a truth that I believe will even make the sleeping giants wake, a truth that will see my name etched into the tablets of history. My fervor for this discovery is only emboldened by my ache to reach journey's end so that I may see you again. I cannot overstate how your patience and your passion have made all of this possible. We will soar to new heights, together, launched by the trebuchet of my discovery. A few more days, and I am yours again. Love always, Barrister.
How come you never write to me like that?
I didn't know you could read.
It was so beautiful.
I'd like to take a look around at this temple with the drift globe on and see if there are any like markings for like whatever civilization kind of made this temple, or like why it might be significant enough for somebody to die for being here.
There is a dwarf carved on the giant copper door at the end of the hallway.
That's right. Yeah. So
Cordys, you take the
But
drift
that's
globe.
really,
I just
like, the
can't right
only-
now.
As far as this entry hallway, that's really the only thing you see. You don't see any other like designs or decor here. It's mostly just stone. This dwarf has kind of a squared off beard that the carving at least looks like there's large rings around different sections of the beard, and this kind of cog halo around the back of his head. Off to the left side of the door, there's a circle in the stone, like markedly cut and a different, a slightly different color than the stone around it, with a copper notch sticking out.
is there anything that would fit in there? Should we find the key? Find the cog?
I'm looking through the pockets still.
Give me an investigation check as you finish reading the letter to your friends and continue rooting through the corpse's pockets.
Famously not a halfling, that's a 1.
Deck save.
I can't lie about this one. Oh, it was fine. It's a 16?
That is still a success.
Woo!
So this time you pull the skeleton back and stumble backwards. You still take 6 points of fire damage as the steam washes across your shoulder and your back as you pull the skeleton away from the trigger plate.
Oh, fair enough. Go, oh, not again.
Prue, again?
Yeah, I lied earlier.
Why would you lie to me about this? You're hurt.
The corridor is quite humid at this point.
I didn't.
2 jets. of
Guys,
steam.
we have to put our heads together. Let's do this as a steam.
Thank you for breaking the tension, Cordys. Truly.
No, tension not broken. As I reach out and I firmly grasp Prue's arm, and I'm going to give her a first level cure wounds.
Thank you.
We're really going to need to comb through this place. Because your hair is frizzy.
Oh, I love Cordys explaining them.
She's glaring daggers at you while holding a dagger.
You heal for 18.
Thank you.
Yeah, but my fear for you is really dwarfed by this place.
All right, you need to go sit at the top of the staircase.
All
We're
right,
trying to
all
look
So
right.
if I
Prue,
yes,
we're not at home anymore. You have to promise that you're not going to just run off and do stupid things like this anymore. Or as often. You can be stupid. You're allowed to be stupid. You've earned that right. But come on!
right. I will endeavor to not lie to you about being hurt again, but my curiosity is truly what fuels me, and my mother always encouraged it. And if floating lights drift off of a path and say, "Come hang out with me," then I cannot promise that I won't go follow them. Okay, I'm sorry.
Just be careful.
I'll be careful.
And I guess I cast guidance on her. She continues. I'm suddenly very protective of her. We're not home. We're exploring places neither one of us have been before.
You're realizing the dangers abound.
Correct. So I'm
And as you,
watching her.
Yank that skeleton away from the trigger plate, something does fall from his robes. A kind of copper lever that has a socket at one end and a
lever?
handle at the other end.
No,
Lever?
lever.
I would never leave her.
Yes.
I'm just making sure. Damn near whatever. And I'm gonna take the copper lever. I'm gonna go up the door.
It's America. We say lever.
Come on, guys, just leave her to do her business.
Hold on, I'm cooking on one up, but I'll get to it later. All right, I'm gonna copper lever by the gears in the door. The door that looks like it has gears. I go. I basically smash the lever into the door until I find a place
There's a
where it
notch.
clicks.
A Cordys will point out where the notch is.
There we go.
There's no notch on the door.
Oh.
There's no spot for a lever on the door.
Is this a handle to the door?
Nope.
Oh.
Again, I will remind Cordys who saw this. There is a circle in the wall on the left side of the door with a copper notch on it that seems to fit into the socket of the lever you just found. So after about 30 seconds of you just smashing this copper rod into the door, you look to the side and see this mechanism.
Hey, this is how I play Skyrim, all right? Leave me alone.
Claw.
Hey, open! Right. I put it into the wall. The copper
see what I
socket in the
mean?
wall.
Okay, yeah.
You're not on your game.
So you put it on there, and then what do you do?
Twist it.
No,
Pop it.
pull
Pop
it.
it. Pull it.
I'm not a visual creature.
There's a checklist to these things.
Yeah, you twist it, bop it, pull it, and the entire mechanism shunk, flips around as you move the lever, and you hear a psss, not unlike the steam jet that sprayed you in the face twice.
I
As
grab
the
Prue and
doors-
pull her back.
The doors swing open, powered by the crank on the mechanism.
Right, so this is the Dwemer. Love it.
Hey, Prue, was that what you expected to happen throughout the entire instance of everything that just happened to you?
Well, when you invent things or discover things, you mostly figure out how not to do things.
So we made a checklist of what not to do next time.
Exactly. Right. So
you guys hear boom, boom.
Close the door.
You see small jets of steam usher from the sides of the hallway as two figures unbind themselves from the walls. They look at once familiar and alien, hunkered down on all fours with narrow heads like wolves. But they are made entirely of metal. Dark steel plates hiding a myriad of copper gears. As steam fires out from these clockwork hounds' joints, they bound forward, through the doors and towards all of you. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Prudence.
Don't what? This is your doing.
Who, me?
You pulled a full Taytalian tonight, and you should know that.
The roles have been reversed.
Yes. I'm nothing if not nosy.
Tune in next time to see our consequence.
Here comes our consequence.
And her name is Prudence. What is Prue's real name? Don't tell us.
Don't answer.
But yes, thank you, Julia. This dungeon is inspired by the Dwemer of made popular by the Elder Scrolls series.
Exactly, and I was just, doing the thing you're supposed to do, which is you smash the dragon claw into the wall.
Just really letting it happen so Jeremy's chaos can come to life. And it's all die.
I thank you for. I thank you for, truly.
I'm letting him play in the space.
You know what we could be doing?
Come play with me.
You know what we could be doing next
What?
time? Is being like in a cafe. And drinking like espresso. But
Ooh,
no.
or a tavern.
But stay away from the steam.
Yeah, you would want to avoid the steam. But instead, we're deep down being Dwemered and doing it dirty. So thank you.
Yeah, I prefer
Dwemered and
that.
doing it dirty. Next time on Lorecasters. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you, everyone.
I think I've read that book.
Bye.
Deep down and dirty.